We are going to talk about the present state of women and children in developing countries. First, I want to pick up the issue of women in developing countries. Recently, most of us often hear the word gender. Gender means not the biological sex, but the social and cultural sex. In various aspects in society, such as social and economic structure, law system, education, and the family, there are discrimination, inequality, and traditional rule which are attributed to gender. Especially developing countries have serious problems related to gender gap and empowerment. Female genital mutilation is traditional custom in Africa. Now that this custom is left some African countries, there is possibility to lose women's lives because of insanity. In addition, this gives women physical and mental damage for an indefinite period. In developing countries, predominance of men over women remains deeply rooted at present. A lot of men thinks that housework and childcare are women's work. Women's wage and status is lower than men. In developing countries, women's working time, including unpaid labor, is 9 hours 20 minutes. This labor time is about 1 hour longer than men. Furthermore, the time which is caused by unpaid housework and care labor shows big gap between women and men. Men's time is 1 hour 20 minutes and women's time is 4 hours 30 minutes. These numbers show serious situation for women.
I'll talk about children in developing countries. Now, children who don't go to elementary school in spite of reaching the school age are 67 million people in the world. Most of them center on developing countries. According to UNICEF, the percentage of school attendance is 81% of boys and 77% of girls. In Africa, 1 in 5 children do not go to school. And also in the region that has low percentage of school attendance, if children enter the school, they can to keep on going to school until graduation, so that they quit to go school. Why children can't go to school? Because developing countries have many problems. There are not enough teachers and school children do not have enough money to go to school. Children should work to help family finances and take care of their siblings. They are involved in a war and so on. In developing countries, many children are working in order to live. Many children don't have the opportunity of getting education. This situation is more awful as poor country. For example, in Africa, 34% of boys aged 5 to 14 and 32% of girls are doing child labor. Many problems arise because education is not received by children in developing countries. Children can't read and write letters. Children cannot read explanation of medicine and notes such as landmine danger, and they may fall into a dangerous situation and still can't get required knowledge and choose a job. They cannot acquire the necessary skills and abilities, so they cannot get jobs that are stable in revenue or jobs you desire. If they cannot go to school, they cannot acquire skills and knowledge, and therefore, without steady work or desiring jobs, income also decreases. If your income is low, you will not be able to buy enough food and you will lose a worse condition. Therefore, when illness on the like it is quite difficult. As a result, the child will work instead. They cannot go to school and fall into poverty like my parents. A negative chain occurs from parent to child, from child to grandchild, making it difficult to get out of this worse cycle.
Vietnam is spreading economic disparity. Especially girls and women are so sensitive to damage such as sexual exploitation and abuse. Young women with complicated backgrounds such as suffering trafficking in human trafficking and being infected with HIV and including in urban areas. The plan cooperates with REACH, a local partner organization, for the purpose of having these women work with self-esteem and dreams and conduct vocational training for women aged 16 to 30. We set, they set up courses that are interested in young women, such as nail art, hair and makeup scholarship, so that they can complete 3 to 5 months course. In Bangladesh, two children of 2 in 3 are married in less than 18 years old. This premature marriage deprives opportunities for education and opportunities for independence in society from girls, and it hurts girls' hearts by premature pregnancy and childbirth. The plan promotes the issues birth certificates and certificates that can certify age to cooperate with local government in order to prevent the marriage of girls of legal age not married. The multifactional platform MFP project undertaken by United Nations Development Program aims to improve living by reducing women labor and working hours. MFP engineers energy with simple power generation active device by attaching various parts to one main body, and it can be used in various applications such as threshing of shea butter, beans, rice, agricultural crop processing such as flour milling and refining rice, welding, charging, pumping well water by effectively utilizing MFP. Women secures a sustainable income sources, also as the amount of labor has decreased, girls' help is not needed, and the employment rate of girls in area is improving.